What's going on, gamers? It's your boy THQ Gaming. Welcome back to All Hunting's Gaming News. I'm by myself tonight. Hey, that's okay. Let's just jump right in because there's a lot of gaming news to go over. First off, some updates from Activision Blizzard. Activision Blizzard employees earlier this week decided to walk out after Activision decided to lift the mask mandate. So employees did not have to wear a mask, and there were employees that were not happy about that, so they decided to walk out. And Activision Blizzard quickly responded and said it was going to be up to the developers whether or not employees have to wear a mask or not. So that got settled pretty quickly. That one, Activision Blizzard responded in a good enough time period, able to reverse course and realize that people still want to take this seriously. People still see the value in wearing a mask. And that seemed pretty good because those employees just did not think it was the right time for them to move the mask mandate, and it's a good look. And another good look for Activision is that they moved over 1,000 quality assurance testers that were part-time and contract workers to full-time employees that were going to be bumped to, the starting point was $20 an hour that these employees got bumped to. That is really good for the quality assurance testers. Again, these were contract workers and temps, and now they have full-time jobs. That's a big win for them. And it would be a good look for Activision, but there's one thing about this. Raven Software employees were not included in this, and as we all know, Raven Software, they've been trying to form a union with the quality assurance testers, and Activision just decided not to include them with this. That part does not look good on Activision's part. It just seems like they are trying to be petty at this point. And really, Activision Blizzard, they've been trying to shut down this union since Raven Software has been trying to start it. And really, it's something to keep an eye on down the line to see if this union actually does get formed. But on the good side of it, Activision Blizzard moving over 1,000 quality insurance, temp, and contract workers to full-time. That's a pretty good thing, and I know a lot of employees would be happy with that. Next up, Epic's Unreal Engine 5 live stream. Epic decided to have a live stream where they showed off more of the Unreal Engine 5, and they announced that it went live during that live stream, and it was open for the public. That is pretty big. When this engine got announced, so many people just could not wait to get their hands on it. And this engine, again, it looks like it's going to take games to the next level when it comes to the graphics it can do. And I can't wait to see some games using this engine. Now, one game that we know that got announced that is going to be using this engine is Crystal Dynamics' new Tomb Raider game. That's right, Tomb Raider is getting a new game. That is big. Crystal Dynamics did a great job with that reboot trilogy, and I can't wait to see what they do for the Tomb Raider series during its next game. This is going to be unbelievable. And then they showed this graphic of all of these developers that are using the Unreal Engine 5, and it is a lot. And we're seeing a lot of the usual suspects. Of course, we have PlayStation and Xbox on here, but just so many developers that are using this engine. You have Rare on here, Saber's on here, Devolver is on here. It is unbelievable, all of these developers that are using it. And another interesting thing is that PlayStation VR 2 was on this list, so we're going to probably see a lot of PlayStation VR 2 games that are going to be using the engine. Now, what's interesting is PlayStation was on here, but only Haven Studios was shown on this graphic, so I'm interested to see what other PlayStation studios are going to be using the Unreal Engine 5. I guess Sony's not ready to make that public just yet, but that's pretty interesting if you ask me. It's pretty interesting. So yeah, the Unreal Engine 5 is now live, and we've already got some games that have been announced to be using it. Next up, some things happening with Xboxes and PlayStation's subscription services. So on Xbox's side, people have started noticing that for Xbox Live Gold, they took away the yearly option and just left the monthly, which was very, very strange. It was kind of weird, and the only way that people could get the yearly option was to get the gift cards from third-party places, and that's just something where, what's going on there? Why would Xbox decide to take away the yearly option? Because that was $60 a month, and then you're leaving them with the monthly option, which of course is going to be a lot more yearly. And there were people not happy about that. So I have no idea what's going on. And hopefully that gets restored sooner rather than later. But yeah, for some reason, the yearly option for Xbox Live Gold was disappeared. It disappeared. And then on PlayStation's side, as we all know, PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus are going to combine and form a tier list for PlayStation Plus. Well, those that have PlayStation Now automatically get put into the highest tier, PlayStation Plus Premium. And what people found out was if they buy PlayStation Now, then they would be able to move over and only pay half, because PlayStation Now is $60 a year when you pay for the yearly option, whereas PlayStation Plus Premium is going to be $119.99 a year. And PlayStation was able to find out about this, and I think they took that option away, so you can't do yearly with PlayStation Now. But for a while, people did have the option to buy the yearly subscription for PlayStation Now. Then when the services get merged in June, they would pretty much get PlayStation Plus Premium for half off. And you kind of understand why Sony decided to get rid of that, but yeah, I think it was for a few days, people had that option, and you bet some people did take advantage of that. Yeah, that was an interesting note on both Xbox and PlayStation's subscription services. Next up, THQ Nordic has revealed that they are going to be hosting their own digital showcase August 12th. Now, during the summer, we all know we start to see a lot of reveal trailers. We get a lot of release dates on games. And with E3 not happening this year and no official word on what companies are going to be a part of Summer Game Fest, we're going to start to see some developers and publishers announce their own showcases. We already saw Xbox announce that they're going to have their own showcase. We can assume that PlayStation is going to do their own thing since they've done that for the past few years. And now we have THQ Nordic that decided that they're going to have their own showcase. So THQ Nordic must have a lot to show off that they are going to have their own digital showcase. I'm kind of interested to see what they do. You know, THQ Nordic, they've been up to some stuff, and I want to see what they have done. All right, we got some updates on some games. First things first, Astro's Playroom has been updated for the first time in almost a year, 340 days to be precise. Now, this is what's interesting about this. Again, this game has not been updated for almost a year, and then all of a sudden, it's now getting an update. You can better believe there were people that thinking maybe a new Astro game is going to be announced soon, and we could definitely see that, particularly, again, during the summer. PlayStation could have their own events, and maybe they show off Astro as a PlayStation VR 2 launch title. Astro is kind of becoming a mascot for Sony, not necessarily for the games that he has, but for when they use him, they're showing off new technologies. I mean, PlayStation VR Astrobot was a game on that, of course. With the PlayStation 5, Astro's Playroom was the game that showed off just what the DualSense can do and everything that you could do with that. So, with this game getting updated, Astro's Playroom, we could see a new Astrobot game in a PlayStation showcase during the summer. We could see that as a launch title for the PlayStation VR 2. So, just wanted to point that out there. Astro's Playroom updated for the first time in almost a year, and there is now speculation that maybe we're going to get a new Astro game later down the line. Next up, two game franchises making a comeback. First things first, Remedy and Rockstar announced that they are going to be remaking the first two Max Payne games. The Max Payne games, these were very popular with gamers. They absolutely love these games for what they did during the time period. We haven't had a Max Payne game in a while, and now we get this news that Rockstar and Remedy are teaming up to remake the first 2 games. And look, I'm all for this. This is really what Max Payne does need at this time. Yeah, a new game would be better, but this is what's going to drive interest for a new game. And this is what's going to show companies that, yeah, we want a new Max Payne game. So them remaking the first 2 Max Payne games, yeah, this is something that I think gamers are going to eat up if it's done correctly. You got to do this right. So Rockstar, Remedy, you better do these games justice. And the other gaming franchise is the Monkey Island franchise. Return to Monkey Island was announced earlier this week. Now, the Monkey Island franchise, that was developed by Lucas Games. And now we're getting a new game. And apparently this is taking place after the second game, not after the last game. So this will be interesting. But the Monkey Island series, these were point-and-click adventures. These were fun games to those that played them. I never played the Monkey Island games, so I can't speak on it. But I know that people absolutely love this game that played it. And, yeah, definitely think we deserved another Monkey Island game. And kind of happy that this happened. So, yeah, Monkey Island and Max Payne returning. Next up, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga was released, and it absolutely met everybody's expectations and then some. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga has been called by some people the best Lego game ever, and that is saying something because the original Star Wars Lego games were considered the best Lego games ever, and I am absolutely happy about this. I am definitely going to be picking this up at some point. This is absolutely amazing. Glad to hear this. And yeah, so the Skywalker Saga met everybody's expectations and then some. Absolutely loved by gamers. Next up, an update from The Witcher series. The Witcher Season 3 is now in production. The Witcher, when it was released on Netflix, people absolutely love this series, both gamers and non-gamers. Yeah, so The Witcher Season 3, now in production. Just wanted to give a quick update on that. And then, finally, some news this morning. Square Enix, during Kingdom Hearts' 20-year anniversary, showed off some things they were working on. There were 2 mobile games that were announced, but the big one, Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming. They had a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4 with some gameplay added to it. It showed off Sora in this world that was basically looked like our world, and with a big Heartless coming down from the sky. And oh my god, I did not think we were going to get another Kingdom Hearts game this early, because it wasn't too long ago that the other game was released, and we all know how long it took from Kingdom Hearts 2 to Kingdom Hearts 3, but yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming, and oh my god, you could bet gamers were eating that up. But what's also interesting is, remember that PC leak that happened months ago? Well, Kingdom Hearts 4 was a part of that leak, so that leak is just looking more and more credible every single time a new game from it has been announced, and it's just absolutely amazing. Kingdom Hearts 4 was announced, and you can bet gamers were eating that up. I know I said that earlier, but it's just absolutely amazing, and this is a good way to end the gaming news for this week. I am Diggs Gaming, and I will see you guys next time.